Hello, welcome to Snowball Madness A to C. Hi there, chicken. There are 142 different kinds of snowballs you can throw, and we are on H. Before we get into that, I'm going to talk a little bit about how this mod can work as a server operator. So what we've got is a mod that runs on Craft Bucket and Spigot and things like that, and does all these crazy snowball things, but you also have some options as far as what you can do with the regeneration. If you tell the server to restart, the mod can give you some options of things that you can do when you restart. For instance, for a while there, we had it going on that if you restarted, it would regenerate all of the player characters. You would be blanked, and so would your ender chest contents because the player characters would be deleted. And we were also resetting a large area. And by that I mean we can reset specific chunks. All you have to do is spell out in a config file which files you want deleted upon restart. If it deletes files on restart, then it has to rebuild them, and so it regenerates them. And this can be used to cause spawn to be fresh every day, or it could be used to cause a large area of the world to be fresh every day. Or what we're currently doing is we are resetting the end and the nether every day, which means that it's not possible to do elaborate nether journeying, but it's also possible to re-kill the ender dragon every day. And these are all the things that you can do with this reset thing. Mind you, you still have to restart the server to do it, but that is easily done. You basically just tell the server to restart itself at a certain time, and at that point you're pretty much good to go. So the sky's about the limit as far as telling it which files you want to reset. It does need to be chunk files, because that's essentially how the we can't actually respawn or reset individual blocks. In fact, I think it's not actually chunk files, it's region files that we are deleting or not deleting. And since it is designed to only blank specified files, you got to go with stuff that's a distinct and unique file on the Minecraft server. Now, that said, that is for server operators, and that means you can do a variety of interesting things running a server and causing it to restart. I mean, you could also be doing it in a get as much done in an hour kind of thing. You could have the server restart every hour and blank all of the players. Or you could blank the players and not blank the area, which would cause various interesting effects. There's really quite a lot that can be done. Now, the reason that I was able to talk about this at such length was because we are on letter H, and I'll show you what letter H has. Letter H has this. These, of course, are my clock and my cactus for in case it rains or something like that. And I was regenerating some stuff. I can also use my gunpowder and blow up a pig. But that is not letter H. Letter H is nothing but this. A potion of harming and a potion of harming 2. And the potion effects are always very amusing. And we'll see them now. This is harming. And this is harming 2. Now, as you can see, this is an interesting kind of thing to do to people. Like this is a obsidian sphere. That's going to be real challenging for anybody that doesn't have a diamond pick. And this is a bedrock sphere, so it's going to be real challenging for anybody that doesn't have this. And I got to show this to you just to prove that in Snowball Madness, you're not always just stuck, even when things get quite unreasonable. I can take the top off of this, or a chunk off of this, because the diamond pick is capable of wiping out everything including bedrock if you power it up enough. Double nether star will very effectively do that. Now there's an interesting thing that I should mention. See how this was a cave area? And the cave area has bedrock through it. But you can see, if you look carefully, in fact, I'm going to I think this will do what I'm thinking. Or perhaps not. Oh, well, that was inconvenient. What we see here is that in placing this bedrock, the bedrock went through, but it did not intersect the ground. It did not intersect the surface. And I'll demonstrate that again, this time with a less high-powered situation. Go poot. And there we have a bedrock sphere. If you zap somebody with this, they are in serious trouble, but you can plainly see that this bedrock sphere did not intersect the ground. It's not a solid sphere. So that's what you have to know about the bedrock sphere created by the harming potion. It's a serious concern, but it's not necessarily instantly lethal, because unless you trap somebody in it where the sphere goes all the way around them, they can dig their way out. That's what makes it more reasonable. And I'm just going to do a double nether star bedrock sphere and see what we get. And we get much darkness. So let's just, well, firstly, oh, hello, Enderman. Let's get our diamond pickaxe so that we can get our way back out again. In fact, perhaps we'll fire this just like this. And doing that gives us a good view of what that sphere looked like, and also a good view of the fact that it's nighttime. So let's make it become daytime again. And so here we are, very impressive bedrock sphere. But if I'm not mistaken, even at double nether star strength, we still have not run the bedrock into the ground. You can still dig your way out of it. So what I'm going to do is just mess with this a little by firing some of these. I'm not quite sure. Oh, that was left over by another one. And we'll just flatten this off to leave a big funky looking wall. And perhaps somebody will like to make a base out of this someday. It is protected from attack from below because the bedrock extended into this ravine. And that's H. H is the harming potions, and harming 2 is a giant bedrock sphere, and harming 1 is a giant obsidian sphere. Enjoy!